Hare Krishna, everyone. Jai Shri Ram and Jai Veer Hanuman. Welcome to session 3 recap of our Hanuman Chalisa class at Gurukul. Again, this is for those who missed the class or also for those who would like a recollection. Let's chant this doha together. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukuru Sudhari Barnau Raghuvar Vimal Jasu Jodayak Falchari. So in our previous session, we reflected on verse number 5 to 10, where we saw how Hanumanji is not only just powerful and wise, but also deeply humble, always eager to serve Lord Ram. We learned how he changes his form with purpose, gentle when meeting Sita Mataji, and fierce when destroying evil, and how his heart is the eternal home of Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. Now in this session, we'll dive into verse 11 to 16. We will explore Hanuman's heroic battles, his protection over devotees, and the power of remembering him during the time of fear and trouble. Let's continue this beautiful journey through the Hanuman Chalisa, one verse at a time. लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए. Lai Sajivan brought the Sanjeevani herb. It's a life restoring herb. Lakhan Ji Aaye revived Lakshman. Shri Raghuveer, Lord Ram from Raghu dynasty. Harashi Uralai happily embraced Hanuman to his chest. This verse describes one of the most famous and heroic acts of Hanumanji, bringing the Sanjeevani herb to save Lakshman's life. We've seen posters of Hanumanji everywhere carrying the mountain. So what happened during the war in Lanka? Lakshman was struck unconscious by Indrajit's powerful weapon. The only cure was the Sanjeevani herb found far away in the Himalayas. Without hesitation, Hanuman flew across the sky, searched the mountain, and when he couldn't identify the right herb, he lifted the entire mountain and brought it back. This act shows his devotion, speed, intelligence, and above all, urgency in service. Nothing was more important to Hanumanji than saving Lord Ram's brother. And that second line is deeply touching. When Hanuman revived Lakshman, Lord Ram was overwhelmed with joy and hugged Hanuman to his chest. This is the ultimate reward, not glory, not gold, but the loving embrace of the Lord. So reflection is for us is Hanumanji didn't ask, is it possible? He simply thought it must be done for Ram. That's true bhakti, doing the impossible with love and surrender. रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई. Raghupati, Lord Ram, कीनी बहुत बड़ाई, praised Hanuman greatly. Tum mama priya, you are dear to me. Bharat Sambhai, like my brother Bharat. In this verse, we see a deep affection that Lord Ram has for Hanuman. After Hanuman's performed the heroic act of bringing Sanjeevani herb and saving Lakshman, Ram didn't just thank him, he offered something even more precious, his heartfelt praise and love. He said, Hanuman, you are as dear to me as my own brother Bharat. Now that's a huge statement, because Bharat is not only Ram's brother by blood, but also one of his greatest devotees, known for his unwavering love and sacrifice. By comparing Hanuman to Bharat, Ram is placing Hanuman on the highest pedestal of devotion, showing that love born out of service is equal to the love born from family ties. So what is the reflection for us? True love for God isn't measured by rituals or words. It's measured by selfless service like Hanuman's. And the reward, not heaven or power, but Lord's heart. But that's a huge statement. When Ramji mentioned Tum mam priya Bharat Sambhai, why didn't he use the word Lakshman or other brother? Let's take a moment to reflect. Let's look at Lakshman's bhakti, his love and service to Lord Ram. Lakshman's devotion was known for his intensity and action. He didn't even think twice when Ram was sent to forest. Lakshman immediately gave up royal comforts, followed him into the exile. Throughout the 14 years, he was constantly by Ram's side, guarding the hut at night, preparing food, carrying weapons, staying alert. He slept only 2 hours a day, and that too with his bow in his hand. His love was deep, but also duty bound. It expressed itself through external service, protecting Ram using his comfort, obeying his every instruction. And this kind of love is very noble. It's called Seva Bhakti. But it was mainly focused on Ram's physical needs, like protecting, arranging, preparing. It was visible, practical, and action based. So while Lakshman devotion is pure and powerful, it was mostly tied to doing things for Ram, not just loving him silently from the heart. And that is why Ram later compares Hanuman's love. He doesn't say it's like Lakshman because Lakshman's love was duty by birth, but Bharat and Hanuman's love came from choice and sacrifice. Let's now look at Bharatji's character in detail, a shining example of pure selfless devotion. When Bharatji heard that Lord Ram has been sent to forest, he immediately went to the royal court and declared, I am going to meet Ram, I leave tomorrow. He did not ask for permission because he knew if he asked and the elders or Guru Vasisht said no, he would be duty bound to obey. So instead, he simply announced his decision, firm, clear, and from the heart. He began his journey barefoot, saying, my lord went to the forest without shoes. How can I, his servant, walk in comfort? In fact, Bharatji felt he wasn't even worthy to walk on the same ground as Ram. He said I should be crawling or walking on my head, not on my feet. I'm not equal to Ram. Tulsi Das ji writes that the blisters on Bharatji's feet was shining like a water on a lotus flower, not as a sign of pain, but of a divine love. When Bharatji reached Prayagraj, he quietly stepped aside, away from the main group, and offered a prayer. Why did he go to the side? Because Bharatji is a Kshatriya, and a Kshatriya dharma is to give, not to ask. And yet, here he was, about to make a request. So he went aside, humbly and privately. He folded his hands and said, O Prayagraj, I've come to ask something from you. Prayagrajji replied, Bharatji, I have everything, all four Purusharth, Dharam, Arth, Kam, and Moksha. Ask away, ask for anything, it is yours. But Bharatji replied, I don't want Dharam. My father gave his life for Dharam. I don't want Arth. Arth is the possessions, material things. Others ask for wealth in my name, but in truth, my family is now filled with misfortune. And they say, he said, मैंने अर्थ मांगा, मेरे घर अनर्थ हो गया. And I think we should pray to God, हमें इतना अर्थ देना जिससे हमारे घर अनर्थ ना हो. Give us that much wealth where it doesn't lead to misfortune in the end. I don't want karma, I don't have any desires. My mother desired a kingdom for me. And look at today. I walk as a beggar. And I don't want moksha. I don't want liberation. Because I see Supreme Lord in the form of Sri Ram. And I wish to serve him forever. Hearing this, Pragraj was stunned. If Bharatji didn't want any of these four goals of life, then what did he want? And then came Bharat's purest desire, the essence of his bhakti. He said, Jane Ram kutil mohi koi, log kahe Guru Sahib Drohi. Even if Lord Ram thinks I'm crooked, even if people call me a traitor to the kingdom, what do we want? All I want is what? Now I think we should all want this. Let's sing this together. I'm going to sing the first line and I want you to sing it after me. Sita Ram Charan Rati More. Your turn. अनुदीन बड़हु अनुग्रह तोरे. May my love for the feet of Sita and Ram grow more and more every single day by your mercy. This was Bharat's only request. Not heaven, not power, not even liberation. Just pure love for Lord Ram and Mata Sita, growing daily in his heart. So Hanuman is equals to Bharat in devotional quality. Now we understand why Ram said, Tum mam priya Bharat sambhai. You are as dear to me as my own brother Bharat. Ram wasn't comparing their actions, but their bhavas, the inner mood of devotion. Both Bharat and Hanuman represent the highest type of bhakti, unconditional love, no desire for reward, complete surrender, a life lived only for Ram, not for themselves. Bharat and Hanuman's love was a personal choice rooted in sacrifice and surrender. So true devotion is not measured by how much we do, but by how much we love without expecting anything in return. I'll tell you a little story. I think once Naraji came to Ramchandraji and I think he noticed a little book Ramchandraji had. He said, "Oh, what's in this book?" He said, it's a book of list of my devotees who remembers me every day. This is that list. And then Naraji requested, "Can I take a look at this book?" "Yeah, of course you can." And Ramchandraji gave away the book and then Naraji was looking at the book and he noticed Naraji's name at the top and he was like ecstatic. And he's keep looking, he was looking for other names. He was looking for Hanumanji's and Bharat's name and he couldn't find anywhere in the whole book. I think and then he went up to Hanumanji and Bharatji and says, "Guys, I went to Ramji and I found a book of devotees, the devotees who remember God every day. And guess what? My name is at the top. But I noticed, guys, you guys say you are the pure bhaktas, but I didn't see any of your names. I looked at the names up till page number 14. I still didn't see your names." And both Hanumanji and Bharatji looked at each other and smiled and said, "Naradji, you looked at the one book, right? There is another tiny book Ramji had. Did you get a chance to look at that book?" He said, "No." "Okay, ask Ramji, can I look at your other tiny book, please?" And then Naradji went back to Ramchandraji and requested, "Oh, can I look at your other book?" And the other book, he opened it and there's only two names there, Hanumanji and Bharatji. And then Naradji questioned, he's like, "Ramji, I understand the first book you showed me was all about the bhaktas who remembers you every day. What is this book for then?" He said, "These are those devotees who I remember every day." And that is the love of God. Right. So let's move on to the next one. सहस्त्र बदन तुमरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे. Sahas Badan, 1,000 mouths. Symbolically, it means countless beings. Or Sheshnag, because Sheshnag is also depicted as 1,000-headed serpent and Vishnu rests on him. Here Sahas Vadan can refer to both thousand of people and also Sheshnag. Tumro Yashkave, sing your glories. Askahi saying this, Shripati. Shri means Goddess Lakshmi. Shripati means Lord Vishnu or Lord Ram, husband of Goddess Lakshmi. Kanth Lagave embraced Hanuman. In this verse, Tulsidasi continues to show how Lord Ram honors Hanuman. He says, even if 1,000 mouths sang your glory, Hanumanji, they could never fully describe your greatness. That's how vast, deep, and limitless Hanuman's devotion, service, and character are. And then comes the most beautiful moment. Shiripati embraces Hanuman again. Just like the previous verse, we see Lord himself is moved by Hanuman's bhakti. This teaches us something very important. What is that? Devotion is not one-sided. When we offer ourselves completely to God, God also embraces us with love. And we may not have a great strength or wisdom like Hanuman, but if we have a pure devotion, sincere effort, and selfless love, even the Lord of Universe will embrace us, just like he embraced Hanuman. सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा. Sankadik, the four Kumars, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar, the great child sages, Brahmadi, Brahma and other gods, Munisa, the great sages, Narad, Devrishi Narad, Sarad, who's Sarad? Sharda Mata, goddess Saraswati, goddess of speech and knowledge, Sahit Ahisa, along with Sheshnag. Ahi means the serpent Anant Shesh, who holds all the knowledge. This verse lists the greatest spiritual personalities in creation. The four Kumars, who are they? The eternal sages. Lord Brahma, who's the creator of the universe. Narad Muni, who is a cosmic messenger of devotion, also Brahma's son. Saraswati Devi is a goddess of wisdom and speech. And Sheshnag, the great divine serpent who holds all the Vedas and scriptures in his memory. This tells us Hanuman is not just a popular hero, he's respected and worshipped by the most knowledgeable and spiritually advanced beings in the universe. Yet even they are amazed by Hanuman's bhakti, humility, and service to Ram. So what's the reflection for us? Well, if the wisest beings in the universe honor Hanuman's, then how lucky are we to chant his name and learn about him? Let's take inspiration to grow in devotion and humility just like him. जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते कभी कोबिद कहीं सके कहाँ ते. Yam is the god of death, Lord Yam. Kuber, the god of wealth. Digpal, the guardians of the directions, the deities who protect the 8 directions. Jahate, from wherever they are. Kavi are the poets. Kovid are the scholars, learned people. Kahi sake kahate, how can they describe your glory? This verse actually continues the theme from the previous verse that even the greatest beings in the universe struggle to describe Hanuman's glory. And this is not an exaggeration, it is a spiritual truth. Because Hanuman's bhakti, devotion, seva, service, and prem, pure love, are limitless. His glory are beyond what the minds of words can capture. So what's the reflection for us? Well, even Yam, Kuber, and all the wisest poets fall short in praising Hanuman. We can understand that the true devotion is beyond logic and language. It is experienced in the heart. And by chanting Hanuman Chalisa, we are entering that divine experience. तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना. तुम उपकार, you did a great favor. Sugriva hi कीना, to Sugriv, the monkey king. Ram milai, united him with the Lord Ram. Rajpad dina, helped him regain his royal throne, kingship. This verse refers to the major turning point in Ramayana when Hanuman helps Sugriv, the exiled monkey king, reclaimed his kingdom with Lord Ram's help. Sugriv had lost his throne to his brother Vali and was hiding in fear, but Hanuman's Seeing Sugriev's sincerity and pain brought him to meet Lord Ram. That one meeting changed everything. With Ram's help, Sugriv defeated Vali, regained his kingdom, and promised to help in the search of Sita Mataji. So here Tulsidaji says, Hanuman, you didn't just serve Ram, you also helped Sugriv find the Lord and receive both spiritual and material blessings. Hanumanji acts as a bridge between the soul and a god. He brings people closer to Ram and helps them receive both grace and guidance. So, what's the reflection for us in this verse? This verse shows Hanuman's role as a true helper of devotees. Just like he united Sugriv with Ram and changed his destiny, Hanuman can bring us closer to the Lord too, if we pray with faith and sincerity. So, let's have a quick recap. Verse 11, Hanuman brings Sanjeevani herb and saves Lakshman. Ram embraces him with love. In the 12th verse, Ram praises Hanuman and saying he's as dear as Bharat. In verse 13, a thousand mouths cannot fully sing Hanuman's glory. Ram embraces him again. And in the 14th verse, great sages and gods like Brahma, Narad, and Saraswati all sing Hanuman's praises. And verse number 15, even Yam, Kuber, and brilliant poets can't describe Hanuman's full greatness. And in the 16th verse, Hanuman unites Sugriv with Ram, helping him regain his kingdom and grace. And with that, we conclude our recap of verse 11 to 16 from Hanuman Chalisa. In this session, we saw some of Hanumanji's most glorious acts, from bringing Sanjeevani herb and reviving Lakshman to reuniting Sugriv with Lord Ram and receiving Ram's loving embrace. We also reflected on how even the great gods, sages, poets, and scholars cannot fully describe Hanuman's greatness because his bhakti, seva, and humility are beyond words. Let's take inspiration from these verses to grow in our own devotion to serve selflessly, love unconditionally, and stay connected to the Lord, just like Hanuman. Well, in the next session, we'll continue this theme from verse number 17 to 22, and we'll uncover more of Hanumanji's protective and merciful nature. Until then, keep chanting, stay inspired, and remember, where Hanumanji is remembered, fear cannot exist. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Veer Hanuman.